EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Washington Commanders.
Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, check that. Three.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm, and he delivers it with confidence.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Brown goes in motion left. They'll run here with Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Kimball Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And Stroud now to throw. Turned up high, caught. Touchdown. Take Dell from 10 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First and 10, it's Pierce. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second down at a yard. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a first and 10.
Here we go. Check. 70, check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're running quickly once more. Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second down, Howell back to pass. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Robinson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now he'll look to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play, that's a -4. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
What do they have for this?
At least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Commanders 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Robinson now on first down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Howell. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Stroud looking to change the play. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Another carry for Pierce.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 34 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This now a 3rd and 4.
In motion left comes Brown. The center receiver in motion to the right.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Brown goes in motion left. Stroud sets up the play action.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tough.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Riggs, go.
Quick throw to Collins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
14 yards. First down, Houston.
Please, Lions. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go, check, go, check.
They'll run. This is Pierce. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They go again with Pierce. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Stroud keeps it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Stroud fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And that ball caught free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for Washington.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
Let's go.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a winning situation.
a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Edwards now on 1st and 10, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jackson now.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First carry now for Justice Hill.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Jackson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill from 13 yards out.
And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Tucker with the extra point. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's up to the 45.
First down, Washington.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Justin Matabike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing here, Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. And Howell will throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Rodriguez. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. A give left side to Robinson. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Howell steps away. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game 1st half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Likely hauls in the quick slant. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st. To throw again is Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Edwards going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Commanders' 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Touchdown! Charlie Kohler as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One last shot before the break. Howell. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Powell, throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Powell going to audible to something else. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Back to throw, Howell. That is incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Fourth down, Howell. That is caught. Oh, he's going to have the first down and then more. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 47 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the right answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. Connecting with Kohler on the out route. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Here's Howell. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Howell. Flushed out right. He's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
He'll take this to the 46. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Howell. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to me. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Down to about the 32. Here's a 2nd and 7. Powell to throw.
Buying time to his left.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He's back to throw. Steps away to his left.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Arthur Mallett.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.